top 3 projects that are launching in just a few days here in the United Arab Emirates. But most importantly, all 3 projects are located on islands. Projects like these launch here only once every 6 months and get snapped up very quickly. Why did I choose islands? It's simple and straightforward. Friends, all the recent projects that have been built or launched on islands in the United Arab Emirates have shown the highest price growth. These projects deliver the best ROI when rented out, and such projects are always easy to resell. Can you imagine this is one of the last projects launching on Palm Jumeirah? Everyone knows Palm Jumeirah well, and everyone knows that there's practically no land left there. Palm is already fully built up. And this, my friends, is an exclusive opportunity. Can you imagine? Right on the trunk. Panoramic views of Dubai Marina, the entire Arabian Gulf, the Burj Khalifa, and even the Burj Al Arab. Can you imagine? So when you live in a project like this, you'll be proud that you bought into one of the last developments that launched specifically on Palm Jumeirah. In the future, my friends, there won't be any more projects like this. But the most interesting part is the price. Almost all other projects launched at prices 3 to 4 times higher compared to Olaia residence. For example, from the developer Ellington, or from the developer Omniad or Armani residence. The location is next to the Fairmont The Palm Hotel. It's just a 5-minute walk to Nakheel Mall and close to West Beach. Moving on. What's great about it? It's going to have premium finishes, expensive marble, Miele appliances, and the best part, ceiling heights in the duplexes of 4.7 meters. So this is truly a high-end luxury that you can purchase, as I mentioned, at 3 times less than, say, from other developers. And of course, there's high rental demand on the Palm. Everyone who comes to Dubai wants to live on Palm Jumeirah. The most expensive villas, the most luxurious real estate, that's Palm Jumeirah because it's the 7th wonder of the world, listed in the Guinness Book of Records. What luxurious amenities will you get at Al Ain Residence? First of all, there are indoor and outdoor infinity pools on the rooftop with panoramic views. I've already told you what kind of views you'll have. There's a spa area with a steam room, sauna, cold plunge pool, massage rooms, and of course a fitness center, a modern gym, and a yoga studio. Guys, once again, all of this is on the rooftop. For business, there will be a private business center and a cigar lounge. Of course, there will also be a barbecue area, mini golf, and a children's playground. It will include both indoor and outdoor areas. Services include a 24/7 concierge, security, parking, and of course, valet parking is also available. There's an option to purchase fully furnished and with turnkey finishing. Not all developers include this. Now let's talk about what kind of apartment you can purchase, and we'll also discuss the installment plan. The installment plan here is actually very attractive because you only need to pay 10% at the time of booking. During the construction phase, you'll need to pay just 40% and the remaining 50% upon receiving the keys. When will you receive the keys? You will receive the keys in the 4th quarter of 2027. But let's be honest, friends, it's really the 1st quarter of 2028, which is still a very good time frame. As for 1-bedroom apartments with panoramic windows and large balconies, you can get 79 square meters. Starting from 79 square meters, you can then choose the view and the floor you prefer. Prices start at $876,000. Guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this price on Palm Jumeirah Island? I think it's a very good price for today. Of course, there are also 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom apartments. If you have a large family, then by all means, you can get yourself a 3-bedroom apartment. If you have the opportunity to purchase a duplex, the demand for duplexes is always higher. Let me repeat, this is a limited batch. Plus, all the wealthy and affluent people here love to vacation on Palm Jumeirah Island, and they choose luxury real estate. They're willing to pay for stunning duplexes where they and their families will feel comfortable. And here the developer has also done a great job. In second place, I put our favorite island, which we are currently successfully selling through my company, Empire City Real Estate. This is Dubai Islands. Everyone knows that this was supposed to be the 3rd Palm, which was never built, but the islands remained. From there, it's just a 15-minute drive to downtown, a new interchange is under construction, and 2 more bridges will be built. But the coolest part is the shoreline. On this island, we have a beach. The beach area stretches up to, I believe, 20 kilometers. Plus, there's a large shopping mall which will be completed at the hill by the year 2028. And thirdly, of course, it's an island. Once again, it's a limited offering that you can purchase in the future. It will already be quite difficult to buy anything at the start of sales. Our favorite developer, imtiaz, is essentially the dominant player on this island. They've bought up almost all the prime locations and are launching their own projects. All of imtiaz's previous projects were also sold out in just 4 to 5 days. 5 minutes to the beach, but near the marina, the promenade area, and with views of beautiful sunsets. Friends, just so you understand, the starting prices for Beachwalk 1 and the prices now starting for Beachwalk 4 differ quite significantly because prices have already increased by almost 20%. The advantage of buying an apartment on Dubai Islands is that there will only be club-style buildings here with a maximum of 8 floors. In other words, there won't be any high-rises here, like in JBR or, for example, in Maritime City. But the coolest part is that the developer, imtiaz, carefully thinks through every detail of all their projects. But the main highlight of the developer imtiaz, I'll say it again, is that all of their apartments are delivered with designer renovations. That means fully finished, furnished, and equipped, completely turnkey. I've already filmed a separate review showing the format in which you can receive an apartment from the developer imtiaz. The link will appear here now and you can check it out. That's why we bought an apartment nearby, just 5 minutes from the sea, close to the marina, a shopping mall, and large parks. Plus, everything is included. The developer has really worked on the building itself, and here you have a fantastic infinity pool on the rooftop with a lounge area, a barbecue zone, and a great gym that overlooks the bay and directly faces the sunset. Prices here start at $532,000 for one-bedroom apartments with sizes starting from 72 square meters. In general, 72 square meters is actually a very good size. It's not 50 or 55 square meters like some developers offer. The installment plan from the developer imtiaz is standard: 20% at the time of booking, 40% during the construction phase, and the remaining 40% upon receiving the keys. But the most important thing is the completion date. The developer promises to deliver the project in the second quarter of 2027. Prices are currently much lower than on the first shoreline compared to other islands, almost 40% lower. In third place, I put my favorite island because it has a beach area where the installment plan is 30 to 70. Can you imagine that? That means you pay 30% during the construction phase and 70% only after receiving the keys. This is on Maryam Island from the developer Eagle Hills. Eagle Hills is a state-owned developer, a subsidiary of Emaar. Why are all the apartments here being snapped up instantly? The previous sales launches were literally sold out within 2 to 3 hours. And getting a one-bedroom apartment in this project is really difficult. You need to get in line in advance through a QI. If you have a competent agent, they might be able to secure a one-bedroom apartment for you. So why is there such high demand for Maryam Island after all? Once again, this is a first shoreline location, it's an island. But the coolest part is that prices are almost 3 times cheaper than on the first shoreline in Dubai. That's why the demand is quite very high. And there's especially high demand for homes located right by the water. And of course, getting those apartments is also very difficult. Prices start from 1 million dirhams. Can you imagine that? So we're talking about first shoreline, an island, a community. The most important thing to understand here is that this isn't chaotic development. This is a single island being developed by one master developer. There will be a business center, a small shopping mall, cafes and restaurants along the promenade. But the coolest part is the long canal, 960 meters in length, along which you can also take walks. You can't swim in it, but it's a long canal with water, and there will also be cafes and restaurants along it. But the best part is that from the Topaz and Citrine projects, you can literally walk to the beach in just 5 minutes along a beautiful promenade. So it's literally 5 minutes, and you'll have a direct view of the open Persian Gulf. You're enjoying yourself, sipping a cocktail, relaxing, and swimming. That's exactly why all the clients want to buy an apartment in this project. Now, regarding the completion date, here's some good news. The completion date is February 2027, which is in less than 2 years. Can you imagine that? And you receive the keys. All the apartments will come with finished interiors, but without furniture. So you'll need to purchase the furniture yourself. Let me repeat, the payment plan is 30/70, meaning that by February 2027, you only need to pay 30% of the apartment's cost and the remaining 70% upon receiving the keys. What kinds of apartments do we have here? These are one-bedroom apartments starting from 1 million dirhams. Can you imagine an apartment on the first shoreline for 1 million dirhams and it's just a 25 to 30-minute drive to downtown? This is a very good offer. 2-bedroom apartments are priced at 1.5 million dirhams. 3-bedroom units go for 2 million dirhams. In addition, there are also 4-bedroom units, which is quite rare because it's uncommon to find such large spaces and 4-bedroom apartments on islands like these. So if you want to be among the first on the 28th, you need to already deposit 10,000 dirhams to get in line and secure a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment at the launch. So friends, my phone number is in the pinned comment. You can message me and my specialists, agents from Empire City Real Estate, will help you choose an apartment.